Dreamers, brothers, sisters, others, yeah, we all fight like that. Oh, the bond is deeper than skin, the kind of club that we're in, the kind of love that we give. Oh, ever since the dawn of mankind, we all belong to a tribe. It's good to know this one's mine. Let's start a riot tonight, a pack alliance tonight. In this world, he who stops won't get anything he wants. Play like the top 1% till nothing's left to be spent. We don't care, we won't stop. Call your mothers, call the cops. We are the champions, setting it off again. Oh, we on fire, we on fire. Running our own campaign, doing the whole shebang. Oh, we on fire, we on fire. Get up, stand up, throw your hands up. Welcome to the other. Brothers, sisters, brothers, yeah, we all fight like that. Oh. Ooh. And nothing's gonna be the same. Oh, we're the champions. We are the champions.
shake. Yeah, 'cause the players gonna play, 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 and my haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it off, I shake it off. Heartbreakers gonna break, 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 and the fakers gonna fake, 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 fake. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it off, I shake it off. 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 Shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. You got to. I shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off.
I know I took the path that you would never want for me. I know I let you down tonight. So many sleepless nights where you were waiting up on me. Well, I'm just a slave unto the night. Now remember when I told you that's the last you'll see of me. Remember when I broke you down to tears. I know I took the path that you would never want for me. I gave you hell through all the years. So the world, and never in my wildest dreams would I come running home to you. I've told a million lies, but now I tell a single truth. There's you in everything I do. Now remember when I told you that's the last you'll see of me. Remember when I broke you down to tears. I know I took the path that you would never want for me. I gave you hell through all the years. So don't tell me that I'm wrong. I've walked that road before and left you on your own. And please believe them when they say that it's left for yesterday. And the records that I play, please forgive me for all I've done. So this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names. The night you danced like you knew our lives would never be the same. You held your head like
like a hero on a history book page. It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed through, all the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. I said, remember this feeling. I passed the pictures around of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines, wishing for right now. We are the kings and the queens. You traded your baseball cap for a crown when they gave us our trophies, and we held them up for our town. And the cynics were outraged, screaming, this is absurd. 'Cause for a moment a band of thieves in ripped up jeans got to rule the world. Long live the walls we crashed through, all the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid. Long live all the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. I was screaming, long live the look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. Hold on to spinning around, the confetti falls to the ground. May these memories take our flight. Can you take a moment? Promise me this, that you'll stand by me forever. But if God forbid fate should step in and force us into a goodbye, if you have children someday, when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name. Tell them how the crowds went wild. Tell them how I hope they shine. Long live the walls we crashed through. I had the time of my life with you. Long, long live the walls we crashed through. How the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. And I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid. Singing, long live all the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. And long, long live that look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. Oh yeah. Here we are now, everything's about to change. We face tomorrow as we say goodbye to yesterday. A chapter ending, but the story's only just begun. A page is turning for everyone. So I'm moving times we had. I hope you smile and know that through the good and through the bad, I was on your side when nobody could hold us down. We claimed the brightest star, and we came so far, and no, they won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us, and we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember, when you think back on all we've done, I hope you're proud. When you look back and see how far we've come, it was our time to shine, and nobody could hold us down. They thought they'd see us fall, but we stood so tall, and no, we won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us. We believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember, we claimed the brightest star, and we came so far. You know that we showed them all, and no, they won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us, and we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember. Whenever you remember, whenever you remember.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants to say thanks to. Yeah, this is my My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants to say thanks to. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish for you. I hope you know somebody loves you. May all your dreams stay big.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now, 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound, and I keep we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like the women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. And that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone.
How can we not talk?
Good afternoon and welcome. At this time, I would like to ask you all to please remain standing in honor of the presentation of the colors. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor as principal to welcome you to the 2015 graduation ceremony for Chestatee High School. It is a blessing and privilege for all of us to be here today to join in this celebration. It is without a doubt a special day, a day worthy of dignity and respect. These graduates have worked extremely hard and made numerous sacrifices to get to this point in their lives. Therefore, I humbly ask each of you to refrain from using air horns or other noise-making devices. If you have a small child with you, please know that they are welcome. If they begin to cry, however, during the ceremony, I ask that you take them to our special children's room in the lobby so that graduation can continue without disruption. An usher will be happy to assist you. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our parents, to families, friends of graduates, to our Board of Education, to our administration, teachers, and support staff. The support from each of these groups has indeed made this day possible, and I am thankful that you are here to celebrate with us. We have many special guests here today, and please join me in recognizing them. Guests, when I call your name, please stand. First, we have Mr. Craig Harrington, Vice Chair of the Hall County Board of Education. Mr. Sam Chapman, Member, Hall County Board of Education. Mr. Brian Sloan, Member, Hall County Board of Education. Mr. Bill Thompson, Member, Hall County Board of Education. Mr. William Schofield, Superintendent, Hall County School System. Mr. Neil Yarrington, Principal, Sardis Enrichment School. Dr. Catherine Rosa, Principal, McKever Arts Academy. And for our own Chestatee High School Administration Assistant Principals, Christy Cantrell, Ben Corley, and Lorraine Cronick. Teachers, on behalf of the graduates, I would like to give you a special thank you for investing in the lives and in the lives of all of our students. Oftentimes, you don't get to see the real difference that you make in young lives. Today, you do. Today, we all do. Thank you, teachers, for following your hearts and for answering the calling on your lives to teach. Indeed, this world is a better place because of you. Please join me in thanking our teachers. And now for the most distinguished guest here today, graduates. I count it a blessing to be able to share in this special day with each of you. I've had the privilege to serve as your principal for 6 years. Not because it's taken you 6 years to graduate, but because I had the privilege of serving as your middle school principal. I have watched you grow from 6th graders trying desperately to find your locker and then open it, into the wonderful young men and women you are today, ready to make a profound impact on our world. I count today as one of the highlights of my life as I get to hand diplomas to a group of people who will always have a special place in my heart. Folks have asked me, are you nervous? What do you think about graduation? Graduation is my Disney. This is indeed when I get to come to Disney. It is truly that much fun. As we open our ceremony, I just have a few brief words I'd like to share. I'd like for us to spend some time considering our life's purpose. While I agree, and I've always told you, that you each have unique gifts and you each have unique talents, I think our purpose in life is more alike. It's more the same than different. In this life we've been blessed with, there are few certainties. One of them that we can all count on, though, is that our own life journey will indeed one day come to an end. And you're saying, Miss Gerard, this is one of the happiest days. You just call it Disney, and you want to talk to us about our life's end? Yes, I do. Because in order to have a life's end, we have to live well. And that, graduates, is what I want to talk to you about today. We talked a bit about this during our class meeting, but I want to expound upon it a little more this afternoon. To live well, one must have a beyond you life. Beyond you life. You might wonder, what does that mean? A beyond you life means that you leverage your influence, your leadership, and your platform for the sake of others. It is a mindset in which you focus outward, not inward. It's counterintuitive to the culture we live in. Therefore, we must be intentional in our efforts to live in a beyond you life. In fact, the first characteristic I want to talk to you about is just that, intentional. Beyond you people are intentional in that they intentionally decide to live selflessly. If we're not careful, we will get so busy in life that at the end of our day, our lives will be about us and not others. That is, we will let the busyness of our lives overshadow that tug on our heart that we feel to take action, or that voice in our heads that says, somebody should do something about that. We've all been there. In fact, we've all probably seen on the very corner of Ledan and Sardis, a man sometimes standing there with a sign that says, family needs food, will work. We think, if you're like me for just a split second, somebody should do something. I agree that somebody is you and that somebody is me. Laura Schroff, a successful ad sales executive in New York, did something about it. In 1986, it changed her life, and a young 11-year-old named Maurice, his life as well. Maurice was an 11-year-old panhandler who was standing on the street that Miss Schroff passed as she came to and from work each day. On that day in December 1986, Maurice had a sign saying, "Need spare change." Like many of us, Miss Schroff kept walking because, after all, she was busy. It was her lunch break. She felt that tug I talked about. She heard that voice I talked about. And unlike many of us, she turned around. She didn't give Maurice spare change. What she did was she took Maurice to McDonald's. That one small beyond you act has resulted in a 25-year friendship and transformed Maurice's life. Instead of being homeless, instead of being a drug dealer like his father and ending up destitute, he now is a successful citizen, himself living in New York with a family of his own. Maurice quickly, when spoken to about the incident, gives all the credit to Miss Schroff. Miss Schroff shares her story in a book titled The Invisible Thread, in which she inspires us readers to think about our own invisible thread connections and how they might have the power to make the difference in lives of others, just like she did. She says often, I had an invisible thread connection with Maurice, and I'm so very thankful that I acted on it. For you see, it not only changed Maurice's life, but it also changed mine. Like Miss Schroff, classmates, I encourage you too to think about who is at the end of your invisible thread. Who is connected to your thread that you can make a difference with? Lastly, beyond you people empty their lives into others. That is, they look beyond themselves and into the lives of others. We often get so concerned about selfish desires, such as, what car will I drive? How many zeros will be behind my salary? How big is my office? And we forget our purpose. Instead of being beyond you people, we quickly can become about me people. I'd like to share another example with you. His name is Blake McCoskey. Many of you might recognize him if I told you that he is the founder of Tom's, the shoes that I see often going around our hallways. Mr. McCoskey developed the idea of Tom's after visiting the country of Argentina and being moved by seeing many impoverished children, that is, who are running around without shoes. You see, unless you wear shoes, you are more susceptible to blisters, therefore infection, and even disease. To combat this problem, Mr. McCoskey dreamed the idea of Tom's, which means tomorrow's shoes. With every pair bought, y'all know the story, with every pair bought, one is donated to a child somewhere in the world. What if he had been too busy to stop and think intentionally about he might help young children in Argentina and around the world? Had he not heeded that heart tug, over 35 million children worldwide would still be without shoes. I think it's very fitting that today, May 21st, your graduation day, has been declared by Tom's as the official day without shoes. You see, today only, if you take a picture of your bare feet and you post them to your Instagram account with a hashtag without shoes, Tom's will donate a pair of shoes to a child somewhere in the world. No purchase necessary. So Chestatee graduates, let's start today with our movement. After the ceremony, I challenge you, take a picture, post it to your Instagram account with the hashtag without shoes, CHS graduation, hashtag beyond you, and let's show the world that CHS is committed to the power of being beyond you people. In closing, Nelson Mandela summed up what it means to be a beyond you life when he said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is the difference we have made." Simply put, graduates, our lives will end well if others' lives have been made better with our presence. So graduates, my final charge to you, give kindness. Expect absolutely nothing in return. Just do it. Be that tiny spark of light in this grand universe. After all, our very namesake, Chestatee, means place of light. So be that light. Take that tiny speck of light that you've been given, leverage it, go into the world, and make a difference. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, honored faculty, family, friends, and graduates of the class of 2015. I would like to thank you all for attending this very special commencement. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Luke Austin La'akea Castillo Passmore. There are some very special people that I would like to thank before I continue. First of all, thank you, Mom and Dad, for your unconditional support and for never limiting me regardless of the path that I chose. Thank you to my brothers, Skylar and Keelan. You both have taught me how success can be found in multiple areas of life. You both led by example, and I am here today because of your leadership. Mahalo to my grandmother, Nana Lita, and my great aunt, Nana Carmen, for flying all the way from Hawaii to see me graduate. I would also like to thank my grandma Elizabeth for traveling here today, and thank you to both my papa and my granddaddy. I know that you two would have loved to be here if you could. Thank you to all my friends. I might still have been standing here without you. However, I would only be a lonely nerd. You all shaped me into who I am today, and I thank each and every one of you for it. I would like to extend a very special thank you to my best friend and partner in crime, Logan Grunenfelder, for all the times you've made me laugh the past 18 years. Finally, thank you to all the educators and former educators that have molded the graduates that are sitting before me. For us, education has been more than memorization. You instilled wisdom that transformed all of us into lifelong learners who will shape our communities. Writing this speech has been a struggle. There's a lot of pressure to embark some final words of wisdom that will be transformational and that you will remember. I finally narrowed down my advice to one simple thought that hopefully has resounding impact. Graduation is a stepping stone into adulthood. It's ironic that the advice that I want to give you goes directly against what this day is all about. I think we can all remember being 5 years old and wanting to lose our first tooth. Then when we were 10, we were all anticipated graduating into middle school life and getting lockers. Then we were anxious to begin high school and get our permits and learn to drive. All that time we were waiting for this day to come, to finally be graduates, to finally leave high school and enter the freedoms of adulthood. But the thing is, we may have been looking forward too much, trying to grow up too quickly. What's wrong with being a kid? What's wrong with playing games and having childish fun? When will we ever be allowed to relive these moments in our lives? Let's face it, adulthood is going to suck. Think of all the responsibilities that we're about to be faced with. Mortgages, taxes, insurance, student loans, buying your own toilet paper, online dating. We're going to have to face these issues eventually. However, I have a challenge for not only the graduates who sit before me, but for every adult in the room. Pablo Picasso once said, "Every child is an artist." The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. So my challenge to you is to continue to keep a child spirit and remain an artist. Remember to eat ice cream out of a sugar cone with sprinkles. Every once in a while, pretend to be a ninja. Make forts in your living room with blankets and pillows, and randomly break out into song and dance, because life is worth celebrating. These things are why you always see children smiling, because they know the secret, that life is about the little things. Congratulations, class of 2015, on the perseverance it took to get to this point. And now, I encourage you to find joy in the little things in life and to preserve wonder and imagination. Thank you.
I'll be honest. Standing here, speaking today, I don't have a leg to stand on. I haven't lived a full life, I haven't proved myself, I have no credibility. So trust me. I have attended all 4 graduations through my high school years, so I ought to have some experience in graduation speeches. But, to be honest, I don't remember a word that was spoken in any of them. Ashley Brock mentioned Pokemon, Andrew Barnett did half his speech in Spanish, and Lily King's speech was moving and wonderful. But I don't remember anything about what they actually said. I don't have to worry about convincing you of anything, because you likely won't remember it anyways. First, you are not special. I know, I give such inspiring advice. But despite all the trophies, the awards for showing up, the assurances of your parents or Mr. Rogers, you are not special. I'm not special. This year, there are 3.2 million students graduating from 37,000 high schools in the United States. That means that there are 37,000 valedictorians, 37,000 prom queens, 37,000 star athletes, 370,000 honor students, 340,000 cheerleaders, 350,000 football players, and 1,500,000 Starbucks mocha lattes. But now we are moving into the real world, into life. Remember, there are 7 billion people alive on Earth today. So even if you are 1 in a million, there are 7,000 other people in the world exactly like you. Imagine everyone in this room, 4 times over, exactly the same as you. If everyone is special, then no one is. When everyone gets a trophy, trophies lose their value. Don't live for the accolades, for the rewards, for the benefits, because that gets you nowhere. You'll be no more special because you are one of the best than if you are one of the worst. Next, be hated. Being hated sounds like an awful thing. Do not know of anyone who hates you. But every great figure in human history, every person who has acted for the greater benefit of mankind has been hated. And not only by a single person, but often by a great many people. Those great people have been so strongly hated that many have been rejected, abused, exiled, and assassinated. Now, I'm not saying do not go out of your way to be hated. Don't go around kicking puppies or invading Poland. But don't be lied on your ideals. There are a great many terrible people in the world, and if they all like you, then you must be doing something wrong. Being called nice is what I personally view as one of the worst insults possible. If someone can't think of anything more involved, more in-depth to say than just nice, then either they don't know you very well, or you might be too compromising. Now, this isn't to say that you shouldn't listen to anyone, or that you should never change your opinion. Be hard on your opinions. Think often about your thoughts and beliefs. Don't base your ideas on assumptions. Opinions are like colons, in that everyone has one. However, opinions differ from colons, in that yours should be constantly and thoroughly examined. Until you're about 50, in which case, perhaps both should be examined, but I'm not here for health advice. Just remember, never stop re-examining what you believe. Identify your biases, your prejudices, your privilege. In modern society, we fail to acknowledge nuance. We separate things into 2 sides, white versus black, evil versus good, left wing versus right wing. We try to argue against each other using 2 entirely different sets of assumptions, like 2 tennis players trying to win a match by hitting beautifully executed shots from either side of separate tennis courts. Don't dream. Dreamers get absolutely nothing done, and I am one of the worst offenders. The longer you think about the dream, the more you work at it in your head, the more perfect it gets, and it will never live up to your expectations. You know what successful people are doing while dreamers are dreaming? Working. Be micro-ambitious. Get things accomplished, small steps at a time, bite by bite. Don't dream, do. But also, don't seek happiness. Happiness is a great reward, but it doesn't need to be a constant feeling. We didn't evolve to be always content. Always happy Homo erectus left the gene pool after he was eaten by a tiger. Oftentimes, our deepest failures lead to our greatest triumphs. You need something to propel you through life. Our greatest happiness is made all the brighter when compared to our greatest setbacks. Instead of being comfortable with always being kind of content, always somewhat satisfied, live a life of true happiness, countered by true sadness. Be a teacher. If you don't know what to do and you think you can be good at it, be a teacher. Even if you aren't a teacher, be a teacher. Share what you have learned in the world. Spread the knowledge. Some of the best people I've met, some of the most interesting, the most involved are teachers. And never again hate your teachers. I love talking to my teachers. I do not resent them in any way. That doesn't become I'm kissing up to them, because they genuinely matter to me. Many students view their teachers as obstacles, blocks in their way of glory, but they are anything but that. Teachers help us learn and grow, and life is best fulfilled by learning as much as you can about as much as you can. Forget about life expectancy. I mean, we all understand the idea of the term, the average lifespan of a group of people. But I'm here to talk about a broader idea, that is, what do you expect from your life? Currently, the United States has a life expectancy of about 79 years. The average male will live to be about 76, and the average female will live to be about 81. But don't let that be any consolation. Don't think that life owes you anything. You're not entitled to expect anything from life. Life is a terrible, awful mess. Life is by no means fair. There's one scholarship that I won that I'm immensely proud of, above all others, and it isn't because of the money or the honor or some personal sense of pride. That scholarship was the Patrick Kelly Memorial Scholarship. Patrick Kelly was a scholar and a friend to all. He went to Gainesville High School, which we shouldn't fault him for. He was a member of the academic team and played euphonium in the high school band. He was first in his class, set to be valedictorian. He was hoping to go to either MIT or Georgia Tech. All of those who spoke of him as a shining light, a beautiful person, an all-around extraordinary human being. He had a marvelous, wonderful, impressive life set in front of him. The world would be his oyster. And yet, 4.5 years ago, on his 18th birthday in December, he died in a car accident. On his 18th birthday. He hadn't been even able to experience adulthood on his own. Remember, any day you aren't living life to its fullest, anytime you aren't seizing the day, carpeing the heck out of the diem, remember Patrick. Remember all those who haven't had the incredible opportunity that you have. You and I, we all are lucky. Every day we live is on borrowed time, so make the best of it before you have to pay the banker. You are living in the pinnacle of modern achievement. Regardless of all of our problems, our political and social issues, you are still living in the most powerful country in the world in 2015, and you can achieve anything. Never forget that.
This afternoon, we are honored to have Mr. Joel Williams join us as our guest speaker. Mr. Williams is a Georgia native born and raised in Demarest. He graduated Habersham Central High School in 1978 and then later attended Piedmont College. He started in radio as a high school senior in 1977 in Clarksville, Georgia, and has worked in Greenville, South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Atlanta, Athens, and Gainesville. He is the morning show co-host on North Georgia's News Talk, AM 550 and FM 102.9 WDUN. He does the play-by-play high school sports on WDUN and the sister station 1240 ESPN Radio, and he has filled in on Gwinnett Braves play-by-play broadcast. He was the stadium producer for the Georgia Bulldogs radio network for 10 seasons, spanning the years of 1999 through 2008. Over the years, he has won multiple Associated Press awards for news coverage and sports. In 1986, he married the former B.J. Richardson. They have 2 daughters, Meredith, a Spanish teacher at Flowery Branch High School, and Paige, a student at University of North Georgia. Both Meredith and Paige are proud graduates of Chestatee High School. Mr. Williams is a member of Riverbend Baptist Church in Gainesville, where he teaches an adult Sunday school class, is a member of the choir, and also serves as a deacon. He is a member and the former president of the Kiwanis Club of Gainesville and served as Kiwanis Lieutenant Governor for District 10 in 2013 through 2014. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Joel Williams.
I got to tell you, when I got the call from Principal Gerard, I was just very honored. And in honesty, in hearing Austin and David here today, there are some things that kind of stream together. And when you're in the kind of the same pool there a little bit, I only mean through what I'm about to say here in a few moments with the salutatorian, the valedictorian, I'm feeling pretty good because I graduated summa cum laude and are not in the league with these guys here. So, Mr. Ard, thank you very much for having me today. Board of Education, Mr. Schofield, thank you. I was going to go purchase a Chestatee tie, but the Board of Education bought them all up over here, as you can tell, so I just had to go with the garnet tie. It is really an honor to be here today. What a day for you guys, huh? You look great. How about your band over here and what a great job they did today in the ensemble? Isn't that wonderful? You know, in our job in radio, we work with every high school. And I can tell you here today that you guys are the best. And we live in this community, and our daughters, as you heard, graduated, and we have a lot to be thankful for at Chestatee High School. And you have one of the best principals ever, and I want to say thanks to her again, and Ms. Cronick as well, and for the great job she's done through the years. Two things I know really quick. One, there's only really two things standing between you and your diplomas. And that's what I'm about to say and what Mr. Schofield's about to say. So I'm going to make mine really quick because I can tell you that 38 years ago, 37 years ago, I can remember my graduation. The day it was on, and we had it's a two-day event when I graduated back in the day. And but I can tell you also, I don't remember who spoke or what they said. That's kind of sad, to be honest with you. And you're not going to remember me probably into next week. But I hope there is something that you take away from today that we talk about. On radio, there's something we do that we try to connect words and phrases and just short things to try to get you to tune in. Now, I'm sure out of all these graduating seniors, there may be one that listens to News Talk Radio. But as Austin mentioned a few moments ago, he's already getting it over here, thinking about mortgages and things you have to pay for, and those things will become important to you, and maybe you will tune in the future. Maybe that'll work. But I'd like for something to be kind of taken away as we go today. And in doing that, thinking about phrases, we have a deal where, and you'll see this in a lot of outlets, where we try to relate numbers to what you're doing, like weather on the 8, traffic on the 9, meaning every like at 8 past, 18 past, 28 past, every 10 minutes, you'll get the weather, for example. So I thought what we'd do today, really quick, is to look at graduations on the 5. You're graduating 2015, so we'll look at that graduation of the 5. And don't worry, I'm not going to go back through history and every year that ended in 5. We're not going to do that. But there are a couple of years, the graduating classes, and looking at what they did for their 10 years. Because, you're about to embark into the real world. The world is out there and is waiting for you. And there are things you're going to participate in that are already underway. You're going to be at the head, the middle, or the end of some of these things that are going on. As we think about the class of 1935. That graduating class graduated into the winds of war blowing in Europe. And within the next 10 years, the war was won there, plus the Pacific Theater against Japan. They went and made allies of those countries they fought against. They were born and graduated, into a recession, which is devastating, which makes our Great Recession look like a day without an allowance, really. And they came back and built our country. Men and women joined the forces for the greatest economic recovery ever known in this country and to all mankind. We go 10 years forward from 45 in 1955, a peaceful era in the most part. Cold War is beginning somewhat, but look at the innovations taking place with television, new innovations with radio. The interstate highway system began that was connecting our country together like never before. And then there were those who were getting into aeronautics and what was the precursor to NASA. And 14 short years later, we land the first man on the moon. 1975. Now, they did graduate into disco and leisure suits, and if you don't know what that is, just ask your parents or grandparents, and they'll be glad to tell you. But the Trans-America Pipeline opened in a time when fuel shortages were going on. Microsoft was founded. Wheel of Fortune and Saturday Night Live debuted on NBC television. Now, notice, we're not living on the moon, but we're still watching first-run Saturday Night Live and Wheel of Fortune, so there's something to be said for that. And also the first Mac personal computer. How about 1995? Windows 95 is introduced. The internet becomes more than just a dream. It becomes commonplace. Domain names doubled in that 5-year period till 2000. And the big .com boom. But then just a few years later, graduates graduated into the war on terrorism and went and fought for our country and won in Afghanistan and liberation of Iraq, and gave life and limb for that. So we're grateful for that. Notice I kind of mentioned just events and not names, to be honest with you, because those are extraordinary events. What happens, and we've kind of heard this a little bit already today, is that life, while extraordinary, this is an extraordinary event today for you. But you know what's kind of cool about this? Its caps and gowns haven't changed, and the march in hasn't changed. Some things remain the same, and that's good. Life is ordinary, and that's where we'll all fit in. We may not all be extraordinary or participate in an extraordinary event, but ordinary is where we make memories. Ordinary is where we sit down at the table with family and friends and have friends that last for a lifetime. So before I become that speaker that I can't remember and you won't remember, I'm going to give you quick, and this is not in honor of David Letterman retiring last night, but just 10 quick bullet points of things that I think are useful for you in life. Some things you know, some things you may not have thought about. And I'm going to start with this one. Spend time with your grandparents. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, but you're going to get really busy in life, and they are a great resource. If you still have your grandparents, it could be that you have 4 or 2 or whatever it is, blended, and you have more. Spend time with them. They have always been that safe haven for you. Who took up for you against your parents? It would be your grandparents. I saw graduating Macy Gerard this past Monday at Longstreet Cafe with her grandfather, Frank, and her older sister and cousin. And it was just a great thing to see. So just spend time. They're going to appreciate it, and you will too in the future. I'll say this one as well. Save money. That graduation money you're getting right now, go to the bank this afternoon after this ceremony, open a savings account, and I'm telling you, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years will pass by just like that. And then you look at that savings note and go, wow, the magic of compounding interest. It really does work. Some got it. That's good. Some of you adults are going, yeah, we should have done that. And they can probably understand that. Treasure your friends. You're here today as friends, and some of you are going to leave this room today, and you may not see each other till the next, the first reunion maybe. You may not see each other again, only on Facebook or whatever the future brings to keep us in touch. Some of you will remain close-knit friends for the rest of your life. You may live in the same community. Your kids may go to school together when that time comes. Some of you are such good friends that you will not see each other for a while, but you will pick right back up where you left off as if it were yesterday. Treasure your friendships. And I'll say this too. You're going to make more friends. Wherever you go, whether it's to college, technical college, the work field, military, volunteerism, mission work, whatever it may be, you're going to make all these wonderful friends. And it is part of what interconnects you with life. Ever been to the redwood forest? And those trees that are 100 years old and hundreds of feet high, how do they make it? How do they withstand? Because, and you probably know this, their root system is connected. The southernmost tree to the northernmost tree, all connected. And that's what you've done here and maybe not even realized it and will continue to do. And it's part of the things that you need to do. In conjunction with number 3, we go to number 4. And I'm not asking you that you need to start planning this today because that usually falls on the president and the vice president of your class. But have class reunions. I'm not saying you need to do it in 5 years, but 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, those are good times to get together. I see people today that are in their prime ages, and they're having like 50 and 60-year reunions, and they love it, and they have such a good time to reconnect. And guys, I might suggest that some of us keep our hair cropped kind of close so it won't be so noticeable in 10, 20, and 30 years, just saying that happens sometimes. Write thank you notes is number 5. Now, I know you're saying, we can tweet, we can Skype, we can email. I'm telling you, there is nothing like a handwritten thank you note. And I'll tell you why. Because as you go through life, and it's already been mentioned here some today, there are going to be people that are going to come, there's going to be circumstances in your life, and you will realize, wow, I want to thank that teacher. If it hadn't been for that Sunday school teacher, that person that gave you my first job, those are people that you appreciate, but you're going to want to thank. And I'll tell you, it'll mean the world to them and to you in the future. Number 6. Do not work for a living. I'll say it again. Do not work for a living. Now, I see fathers everywhere probably punching their wives going, oh, no, they're going to stay in our basement. Now, here's what I mean by that. You are unique. God uniquely made you. You are wired for a specific purpose. It has been mentioned already, don't worry about the zeros at the end of your paycheck. While that's good, it is said that if you enjoy or love what you do for a living, you'll never work a day in your life. So find what it is that you are wired to do and do it. Even if some people think, well, you should be doing more. If that's what you're called to do, that's what you need to be doing. And you'll never work a day in your life. Number 7 ties in with number 6. Have a good work ethic. Chances are you already do because of where you are today. Doesn't hurt to get there a little early, stay a little late. Doesn't hurt to give a little extra, even when nobody's watching, because you'll spend most of your waking hours at your job. So again, back to number 6, don't work for a living, enjoy what you do, and have a good work ethic. But on the other hand, I know people that are workaholics, and that's not good either. I also know people through the years that just live for the weekend or the next vacation. That's not good. But you do need that break in time. There was once a an axeman. You know, an axeman is a guy in the day would go down and chop down trees for this lumber company. Needed a job, and he goes in on a Monday, and the lumber company owner says, show me what you can do. And boy, he felled that tree perfectly. He chopped that axe with that tree just as nice as could be. Monday went well. He's hired on the spot. Tuesday went well. Wednesday, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. By Thursday, he just couldn't make production and wasn't keeping up. And by Friday, the owner of the lumber company goes to him and goes, I don't know what's going on. Monday, you were terrific. Tuesday, you were setting the woods on fire. But what has happened? I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you from this job. And the woodcutter said, and the axeman said, I don't know. He said, I am working harder than I ever have. It just seems to be slowing down and getting worse and worse. And his boss said, have you ever stopped to sharpen your axe? Stop and sharpen your axe. Take some time off to regroup and to do some things you do. So have that good work ethic. Number 8, buy local. Shop local. Now, I know this sounds like a Chamber of Commerce thing, but there are a lot of great businesses in our community that have supported you since you were in Little League, and they bought everything you've brought by, and they've donated everything you've done and bought every program. And it won't be long, you'll have kids that you've got to shuffle out there and go help them sell, and it'll be the same businesses. They've been there to support you. Support them. Hey, when you go into another town, I'll put several together here. When you go into another town or in your own town, don't always eat at the chain. Eat at those local restaurants and get in touch with your community. That's always a great thing to do. And I'll say this too. Every once in a while, you ought to go to an all-night diner, like at 3 in the morning. You meet the most interesting people there, and we'll hear Sweet Home Alabama over and over. But it's a good place to be. Number 9, read the Bible often. I tell you that you're going to have some things in your life that are so exciting, and then you're going to have some of those lows, and it's a bestseller. There are answers there for everything you're going to face. And while you're there, you ought to find yourself a life verse. You know, the verse that kind of identifies who you are. I promise you that as years go by, that life verse will mean as much to you as your own name. And then number 10, finally number 10. I will give credit to, and this is the only really person I'm going to quote here today, Denzel Washington, who spoke just a couple of weeks at Dillard University. And he had a great speech. You don't have Denzel Washington today, so I'm going to kind of, telepath Denzel Washington here today. But the first thing that he said to that audience was put God first. And he got this rousing applause for that. And he went on to say that many times he had left God, but God never left him. And he went on to give certain examples of how one should live their life and what they should do. But at the very end, he gave this tip, and I want to pass it along to you in case you haven't heard that or seen that. But tonight, when all the excitement of this day is over, and you're about to go to sleep, and if you use slippers, or you got to put your shoes by your bed, put them way, way under your bed, so that tomorrow morning, or tonight when you put them way under your bed, you got to get on your knees. And while you're there on your knees, thank the good Lord for living in this country where you can get this education. You got one of the best educations in the world. And you're about to embark on those things that we talked earlier from those classes of 05. And you're going to shine, you're going to be bright, and you're going to be just awesome as you already are. And then thankful for those people that have been in your life, and really for those blessings to come that'll be later on. I'm really excited about being here today, and I'm really honored that you would have me. And I hope something that you'll remember in those years to come. If nothing else, hey, he was kind of short in stature and in speech, so that'll work all right as well. I want to wish you the very best. And I want to say congratulations to you. And go War Eagles. Thank you for having me here today. God bless you all.
Thank you for my card. Well, good afternoon. Now, come on, I've been Friday night at football games. You can do better than that. Good afternoon. Family, faculty, community, would you agree with me that this class of 2015 is absolutely, positively beautiful? Congratulations. You know, now that we're getting up close to 80 or 90 of these that I've had the opportunity to make a few remarks at, my board whispered in my ear a little while ago, said, why don't you try something a little different? And I said, all right. And so being that you've already had a valedictorian and a salutatorian and a principal, and Mr. Williams, who've offered you what I consider to be some really sound advice, I thought I would just kind of recap for you what I heard them say today. And so bear with me just a few minutes while I point out what sounded to me to be some of the truths that I heard the former speakers say today. Austin, you reminded people to say thank you. The young lady sitting next to you, Madison, wrote me a handwritten card a week or two ago thanking me. And Madison, it was indeed a tiny role that I played in your education. Never forget to say thank you. You know, as 17, 18, 19-year-olds, you might be thinking, well, that's kind of a waste of time. Why would I do that? George Washington Carver had a good answer for that. He said, be compassionate with those who are young. Be tender to those who are old. Be sympathetic to those who are striving, and be tolerant of the people around you who are weak and who are wrong. Because you know what? At some time in your life, you will be every one of those things. Don't forget to say thank you. Mrs. Gerard, your principal, challenged you to live beyond you. What a foreign concept in today's world. The idea that it's really not all about me. Let me challenge you to take that to heart and to live beyond you. Mr. Williams, when he was telling you to, if you have them and you're fortunate and blessed enough to have grandparents, said remember and talk to your grandparents. Oh, what sage advice that is. But he also told you to treasure your family and your friends. You know, the quantity of unconditional love is running pretty low in this world. And at the end of the day, remembering and holding close and dear those people that love you, even when you don't deserve it, is something I would echo with Mr. Williams. And that is, remember your family, remember your friends. And finally, David. Thank you, David. David said, and I'll say it in a different way because I'm going to paraphrase him. He said, we're not as smart as we think we are. Continually re-examine your beliefs. No one of us is as smart as all of us. You know, before I confer your diplomas, which is what you really want me to do, I would remind you of this. I look around and I have great hope in your generation. I have hope that perhaps your generation will be the ones who remind us and who push us and nudge us back towards what has made this country, this melting pot, so great. For you see, as I look around this world, it seems to me that everybody's angry. That you're either for or you're against. That you're blue or you're red. You're in or you're out. You're good or you're bad. And I love history enough and I love this country enough to know that's just not who we are. We are a country that has become great because we've had an incredible ability to disagree without being disagreeable. We can put very different people around a table. We can share our ideas, and at the end of the day, because of our ability to see beyond ourselves, we can walk away with a better solution than any one of us came with. Let me challenge this generation, the class of 2015, to help remind us older folks that indeed it is possible to disagree without being disagreeable. I do have to give you a caveat to that statement. And that is, throughout this life, let me suggest to you that the depth of your character, the depth of your person, will be found in those handful of ideals that you hold dear to your hearts. I don't know what those might be for you. Perhaps it's your faith. Perhaps it's your family. Perhaps it's your friends. Perhaps it's your country. But whatever those ideals are, let me challenge you that while we do need to know how to get along with people that believe different than we do, never fade away from holding fast to those things that are good and right and noble and true.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far!
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
But that's fine, we'll just get tougher with it.
If a person grits his teeth and shows real determination,
failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say we can break this army here.
And win just one for the Gipper.
But I say to you, what every warrior has known since the beginning of time, you've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
If you would be free men, then you must
Fight to fulfill that promise. Let us cut out their living guts
1 inch at a time.
and they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
You're like a big bear, man.
This is your time.
Seize the day.
Never surrender. Victory or death.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
Clap! Clap! Don't let team die! Clap!
All right.
let's fly.
And gentlemen in England now abed shall...
Oh no! My name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
Board of Education, in accordance with the regulations and the policies of the Hall County Board of Education in the state of Georgia, and on your behalf and myself, I hereby declare that these members of the class of 2015 have met all requirements and are therefore eligible to be designated as graduates of the best high school in America, Chestatee High School. Congratulations.
David Jonathan Lawson, valedictorian. Luke Austin La Aquila Castillo Passmore, salutatorian. Madison Carly Mayfield, third honor graduate. Melissa Ellen Akins. Brianna Erlene Monet Banks. Tyler Grace Bennett. Grace Caroline Brown. Ellie Castaneda. Gabriela Ponce Castillo. Kevin Joseph Coughlin. Zachary Blake DeGraff. David Lauren Funk.
Logan Polk Grunenfelder. Sarah Grace Henderson. Macy Suzanne Gerard. Kevin Reed Johnson. Haley Jessica King. Coe Elise Leverett. Elizabeth Mendoza. Sarah Madeline Myers. Sarah Jean Nelson. Nada Mohammed Osman. Rushir Kalpish Parikh. Matthew Caleb Pruitt. Joshua Parker Ramey. Danielle Brooke Ritchie. Michael Anthony Rizza. Fletcher Henry Siegfried. Rachel Ann Sizemore. Alexa Nicole Starr. Yaritza Vilches. Haiti Yamilith Acosta. Hannah Marissa Adams. Jasmine Aguilar. James Harrison Alvarado. Courtney Nicole Allen. Caitlin Elizabeth Allman. Leticia V. Alvarez. Philip Brett Anderson. Laura Aragon Chavez. Savannah Marie Arroyo. Maria Ayala. Yuli Ayala. Michael Jonathan Backer. Jesus Romero Bailon. Nicole Teresa Barrett. Holly Simone Baxter. Hope Jordan Baxter. Adriana Trinidad Becerra. Turner Ashby Blaylock. Lesby Melissa Bonilla. Maria Estefany Bonilla. Tyler Staten Bowen. Amy Jocelyn Brasino. Destiny Jewel Brownell. Tracy Christopher Bryant Jr. Olivia Kate Bice. Stephen Tyler Burgess. Miguel Angel Calderon Jr. Bailey Scott Campbell. Jonathan Carchi. Sonia Cardoso. Juan Martin Carrion. Ivan Casas. Anna Catherine Caudell. Brando Roberto Ceballos. Elber Josue Chavez. Mako Alexis Chavez. Stephanie Chavez. Austin James Clark. Connor Franklin Clemens. Brian O'Neill Coker Jr. Kayla Marie Coleman. Maria Sarai Contreras. Sarai Contreras. Haley Elizabeth Crane. James Brian Crawford. William Hunter Creamer. Tristan Samuel Crow. Jairo Isaac Cruz Perez. Isaias Cuevas Jr. Hannah Alyssa Daniel. Malik Darius Daniel. Caitlin Sierra Davy. Sean Day. Savannah Mae Dees. Danielle Marie Dillard. Aaron Russell Dodd. Sonia Miguel Domingo. Austin Taylor Donaldson. Cameron Dakota Dove. Anthony Lee Scott Drum. Ashley Lynn Dyer. Mary Ashley Jane Easterwood. Megan Lauren Ellis. Herman Esquivel Montenegro. Jerry Estrada. Nicole Brooke Etris. Trenton Evans III. Trevor Gregory Ewald. Elizabeth Ann Farr. Anna Cherie Fields. Juanita Filomeno. Sadie O'Kelly Foote. Quentin Tyler Foy. Arnold Gomez Lopez. Jesus Antonio Garcia. Joanna Garcia. Josue Henry Garcia. Richard Eric George. Danny Lee Gilstrap. Kelly Demetria Gladman. Isabel Gomez. Carlos Javier Gonzalez Cerda. Brittany Ann Green. Jordan Elaine Grissom. Alondra I. Gurolo Valles. Gabrielle Hill. Jason Dewey Henderson. Jessica Chris Ann Hickey. Pardon, not to forget. Giovanni Eduardo Hernandez. Jessica Chris Ann Hickey. Zachary Taylor Hogshead. Catherine Alexis Holcomb. Rosa Yolanda Oldwin. Tyler Halls Holman. Tyler Alexander Hooper. Nicholas Drew Hopkins. Brooke Lynn Hudson. Anna Marie Idle. Audrey K. Idle. Samuel Caleb Jameson. Victoria Diane Gerard. Thalia Monique Nolasco. Rebecca Lynn Julian. Ethan Steele Kapeloff. Jonathan Cody Kinnemer. Jenna Rose Kirby Van Ostrand. Jessica Dawn Knapp. Amber Nicole Ladd. Madison Taylor Lane. Sampson David James League. Michaela Michelle Lee. Elizabeth Lopez. Stephanie Lopez. Jessica Manriquez Flores. Lexi Nicole Manzo. Beatrice Martinez. Brenda Martinez Valdez. Courtney Amber May. Caitlin Emily May. Warren Keith McClure Jr. Abigail Durham McGill. Mary Boykin McGill. Selena Danielle McMillan. Joseph Mark McNabb. Joel Zachary Marullo. Adela Mojica Castillo. Madison Brooke Moody. Abigail Hannah Moon. Griffin Philip Moore. Mauricio Esteban Morales. Carla Abigail Moreno. Esmeralda Marino Zuniga. Alexander Matias Moser Biddy. Jasmine Mosqueda. Austin Murphy. Junior Nagueda. Thalia Monique Nolasco. Damaris Cassandra Nova Jurado. Michael Drew Odell. Fabiola Olivas. Marlon Olvera Vega. Manuel Ortiz Zavalet. Cody Thomas Owen. Christopher Coleman Peck. Jonathan Pedraza. James Harold Penley. Dallas Gale Pittman. Danielle Regina Plachter. Daisy Noelia Ponce. Randy Michael Pruitt. Isaac Jordan Pulliam. Adolfo Alberto Quimbayo. Alondra Stephanie Ramirez. Austin Thomas Randolph. Lauren Ashley Ralston. Alexandria Marie Reed. Stormy Brooke Reedy. Gerardo Reyes. Jonathan De Jesus Reyes. Christian Reyes Mexicano. William Connor Riles. Peyton Dwayne Ryder. Jose Manuel Rodriguez. Christian Jose Manuel Romero Lopez. Marvin Rosario. Claudia Trinidad Rostro. Raul Cesar Salazar. Estefany Sanchez. Elmer Santos. Luke Veely Schneider. Dominic Jeremy Allen Scott. Mitchell Todd Schull. Ajayla Saji. Alexandria Ann Slayton. John Michael Holden Smith. Jocelyn Montserrat Soto. Kayla Lynn Southers. Cody Nelson Sowash. Chandler Derek Standridge. Kyle David Steigerwalt. Ashley Brooke Stevens. Cherish Alina Stewart. Seth Michael Strickland. Lauren Francis Sir. Cody Schultz Swenson. Micah John Testament. Aaron Morgan Thomas. Sydney Nicole Thomas. Oscar Torres Garcia. Danny Tran. Morgan Lynn Trigg. Brianna Summer Truitt. Brandon Stanley Turk. Caitlin Diane Turner. Richard Uribe. Zulma Veronice Valenzuela Galban. Ivy Brianna Veach. Abigail Vilches. Edwin Alexis Villafranco. Mary Carmen Villagomez. Carlos Alejandro Villalobos. Iris Celine Waits. James Matthew Wallace. Lindsay Marie Ward. Caitlin Ashley West. Chipper Michael Allen Wester Jr. Caitlin Ray Woodard. Chelsea Renee Woody. Becky Yanez Garcia. Rebecca Elizabeth Ute. Jose Zavala. Congratulations, class of 2015.
The turning of the tassel is a time-honored tradition and is a very significant moment in every high school graduation. Can't say that word, you know what I'm trying to say. Your journey from a high school student to a high school graduate. Now, class of 2015, if you will please join me from turning your tassel to the right to the left as we end this journey of our life and start another.
As we close our ceremony today, please join me in thanking the fine folks here at Free Chapel for the use of their facility. Graduates, let me remind you of your heritage. You are forever a War Eagle. Eagles are known for their strength, for their unwavering valor. May you always remember this. And as a War Eagle, when you enter, as you enter this next phase of your lives, War Eagles, face each situation with the strength of an eagle and soar. Congratulations, class of 2015.